got something to rant about. Bum 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 ba ba bum 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 ba 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 ba. Welcome to another episode of the General Rant with your hosts Callum and Nathan. I'm Nathan, and the other one's Callum.
Hello.
I hope everyone's having a good week. I've had a really good week. Well, I say I've had a good week. It's like Wednesday. No, it's not. It's Tuesday. It's like 2 days into the week, but it's going pretty well. How are you? How's things?
I'm having a fucking dreadful week. Actually, I don't know. I mean, hasn't been the best week so far, but we are only on Tuesday, so...
There's always time to improve on the week.
Yes.
That's what my mum always says.
You sound like a middle school teacher.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's my destiny.
There's always...
Nathan Ambrose, a middle school teacher. Speaking of teaching...
I was about to speak about something about teaching, but you do it
I was just going to say, reasons to be a good week. I passed my probation at work.
Whoop whoop.
So that's why I'm in a good mood. But carry on about your teacher nonsense.
Well, I keep going online, and it keeps coming up with adverts for me for like job opportunities to go and teach in China. So I don't know if you want to fuck your probation up and just move to
China.
Yeah,
we could live in the mountains. We could be Hutman.
You've got to teach. You can't just go over there. It's not a holiday.
No, you can teach like the kids that don't really have anything. Do you know what I mean? Like the ones in the huts, and they're all sat there and they don't speak any English. We could go over there and teach them English or something like that. That's what my cousin did. My cousin did that, and he met his wife. Do you know what I mean? What we can meet our wives there. Do you know what I mean? We can meet like Chinese.
I think we all know that's not going to happen, Nathan.
We could do that though. It'd be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd have to learn like Mandarin. Did you know there's like 7 different types of Chinese languages? It's insane. My friend Maggie, shout out to Maggie Zhu. She can speak like 3 different types of Chinese, and it's insane. There's like a different type of Chinese just for Shanghai. It's called Shanghainese. That's what it would be. She can be lying to me, but I'm pretty sure.
I feel like
no, she's not. She's
she
not.
might have been
It's
playing
like,
a cool prank.
No. It's not. It's not.
Why didn't you send her a message now and say, hi, sorry I haven't spoken to you for a while. Is there 7 types of Chinese language?
I said there's a few types. I don't know how many exactly there are. I could have been exaggerating on the 7. But, I don't know a lot about China.
We could learn. Yeah, that keeps happening to me. But...
It's fun. Be a good experience. You could learn about yourself. Do you know that them girls that go to Thailand, find yourself? Basically just means shag everybody that you see. But you can find yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Some people, I suppose, that is finding themselves. For some people, finding themselves is shagging everything in sight. And if you want to fucking do that, then you can do that. Free country. In some countries, it's not free in others.
Well, probably in China it's not. I
wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that in China.
I think my friend Eleanor won't mind me saying, but she was in China, and they're like over there. There's obviously no Facebook or Twitter or anything, and there's like chat.
Their own things, haven't they? They've got their own little chat.
But there's like a chat app she was on, and then she just received a random dong, and she was like, right, well that's enough of this.
Jeez, even in China.
Even in China, you can't get away from the fucking perverts. Yeah.
The old fuck boys.
Also, just want to quickly go back. Me and Nathan went to Best Buy. Or was it like one?
What are you talking about? Oh, the Offie.
Yeah. There's an off license near us. We went there yesterday looking for a bit of wine, and we found it.
Yeah, we found the best £4.50 like bottled wine
and it's
you
could
ever have.
Oh, I don't have the bottle with me. It's just called like
it's called like British Grape or something like that. Like no, it is. It's like a British grapevine, but it's like made with wine, like with like juice, not actual like squashed grapes. Do you know what I mean? So it's like
no, that is what wine's made of.
What, juice?
Yeah, it's made of grape juice. It's like fermented grape juice. Yeah.
Oh right, I thought it was
so it is still legit. No, I can't remember what it was called. I'll find my.
That's a nice photo.
Oh, who's followed us? Charlie Jones.
Aye, Charlie Jones. I used to work with that kid. Shout out to Charlie Jones.
Oh no, right.
He's the most.
This wine, sorry, is called Distant Vines, but it's from Britain.
Yeah.
It's probably the most undistant vine you could find.
Yeah.
But I've just tried their Merlot, and it has an aftertaste of blood. I'm not even shitting you. I keep on thinking of like
I
bitten
think
my
that's
gum.
you. Yeah, no,
No, it tastes like you never Guinness, and it tastes a bit irony.
Oh.
What?
I said I put out a little thing on Instagram saying what's annoyed you this week, and my friend Chloe has put the distance between us.
Grow up.
Yeah, grow up, Chloe.
You can get fucking. You can
missed
come
your
and visit
chats
us.
with me. No, it's not.
Yeah, Chloe, you had him and you fucking blew it. So if anything, he would have probably stayed if it wasn't for you.
Yeah, I'd be at Milton Keynes. We'd be happily married by now. And you missed your chats.
I tried to organise a fucking marriage for you a few years ago because I'm ordained. You didn't listen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if anyone wants, this is a big shout out as well to me and Callum, is if anyone actually wants people to marry them, me and Callum, we're both ordained. We're ordained ministers.
Are you?
Yeah, I did it. I did it before you. That's how I gave you the website. Do you
Oh
remember?
yeah, Universal
Yeah.
Life Church.
Yeah, I still get emails from them, but they're always like Minister Nathan.
Yeah, they email me that. Oh, good day, Minister Callum. We hope you're well. Would you like
Did
to
you get
finally
the-
print
did
off
you
your
get-
£50 certificate so you're a legal minister?
But no, technically we are in Buckinghamshire. We just can't do it anywhere else.
No, Leeds. So it's Leeds and it's wherever you are and your hometown.
So
for me,
Leeds, yeah, we could do
Leeds
Leeds
and
and
Milton Keynes and the United States everywhere.
Yeah, we can do it in the States. If you
I would
guys want a
fly to
Vegas
Alabama.
wedding- yeah, if you guys want a Vegas wedding, we'd be down for that.
I'm cheaper than an Elvis as well.
I'd literally probably do it for like a Mars bar and like a bag of skips.
Tell you what, if you just paid for my flight, I'd do it for free.
Yeah. Like at least like maybe like give me a bed or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't have that much money to afford like a hotel for that.
Well, look, any American listeners out there,
These
and you're thinking
boys
of-
in England, they said they're gonna marry us, baby. They said they're gonna marry us. We just gotta go to Nevada.
we gon' fly to the mountains.
And these skinny old white boys, they know what they say. And I had to add white
I'd love
to
us
it,
to
but-
go to like redneck country. I'd be so scared.
I think I'd fit in like straight away.
No, I think you'd pretend to be a redneck. I don't think you'd fit in. I think you'd adapt.
Yeah, adapt.
You're
overcome, and
a
survive.
chameleon.
Yeah, that's exactly what I am. I can survive in the harshest of the redneck environments. I think I'd do that. I think that'd be fun. But yeah, if anyone wants us to marry them, we can do joint weddings, but we'll double the price. But it's only because we're celebrities, so
Ant and Dec.
Yeah, we're like the Ant and Dec.
Except one of us hasn't drunk driven and hit
Wait,
somebody.
not yet. I mean, wait till one of us
If
gets
I
our
could drive,
licenses.
so help
Yeah,
me.
wait till we get our license, and it'll be like double Ant. It's just Ant, really.
Yeah,
It's not
Ant and
even
Ant.
Ant and Ant.
Or twant.
Yeah, two
Twice
ants.
the ant, double the fall.
Twice the Ant, double the crash. Right, no, because I actually love Ant and
Fuck
Dec.
Ant and Dec.
No,
I'm signing
I know,
beef for
no,
you.
no, we're not signing beef for Ant and Dec. I like Ant and Dec. Just shouldn't make jokes about it, do you know what I mean? Because, very serious accident that happened and involved a child as well.
Yeah, what a prick. He just got away with it as well.
I mean,
Justice must be served.
We must find him. We must give him justice. That's my Batman impression. I've been watching a lot of like superhero shows, like the
3,
Punisher.
2, 1, do your Batman impression.
Where is she? Rachel. Where are the other drugs going?
This is my one.
You wouldn't give the trigger to an ordinary citizen. Joker, where is she? That's all I remember from it. Rachel Ghoul, you're not gonna blow up Gotham, but I will bang your daughter. I can do a good Bane. When I finish this tea, I'm gonna do it. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do a good Bane. Do a good Tom Hardy, to be honest with you.
Oh, so you think darkness is your ally? Oh, you merely attempted the dark,
You whereas I sound-
made it.
You just sound like,
Oh.
You sound like an off Simpsons character.
That is a premium lightsaber from my collection. I fucking comic book guy is my favorite. Is my favorite character. There's one episode of The Simpsons, like the Treehouse of Horror, where he is like the bad guy in like this comic book world,
Yeah.
and it's just full of laughs.
One of my favourite things that he says is in the Simpsons movie where he's talking about Green Lantern. And he's like, they're talking about the EPA, and he's like, no, this was good. That's what Green Lantern said when Sinestro threw into a vat of acid. EPA!
I think the Simpsons movie is unfairly hated.
I didn't think I love it. It's not even a bad film. Like no, I don't. I've never. To be fair, I've never seen hate on it though.
A lot of people
hardcore
don't
Simpsons
like
fans
it.
do that. I mean, to be fair, the newer stuff isn't as good as the old stuff, and that's something to rant about. Is that they should have cut that off a long time ago. But the Simpsons movie, I think, is brilliant. When the tits thing, you know the tits,
big boob lady.
yeah, and then she like does the little in the snow. Yeah, it's brilliant. What did it get rated? It's 7.3 on IMDb.
I don't know why I think it's so hated.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 80. I can't see
88%.
that. 88%. Yeah, what are you chatting about?
And
it's 4 stars on IMDb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
2007. That was like 14 years ago.
It made. Oh, this is amazing. It cost 75 million to make, and it made over half a billion dollars. Good return.
To be fair, is it Matt Groening that does it? Groening?
What, the guy who made The Simpsons?
Yeah, Matt Groening.
He created it, yeah, but there's like a big beef over like who's the most important person, and apparently he's a bit of an arsehole. There's like a whole thing to it. It's quite interesting.
To be fair, actually, I watched this is more Family Guy, but I watched a really, really interesting interview with Seth MacFarlane and George Lucas. This is like in like when they first made the Blue Harvest.
Oh yeah, because he interviews him, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he interviews him for it, and like George Lucas was just like, because he was like, I don't like how like it was kind of weird for you to say like that I got the rights to be able to do your work like and take basically the piss out of it, and like George Lucas was like, yeah, well, it's just an honor, really. I watch Family Guy all the time, so I like it. And I was like,
don't know who you sounded like then, but it wasn't George Lucas.
But that's just it, because I just think of the fat neck thing. That's what people with fat necks sound like.
Yeah.
He looks like he literally, I think he modelled that green alien from episode 1 on himself. You know that guy.
Oh, King. It's King thingy, yeah.
You do good. He's like, Mr. Puny.
It was voiced by Brian Blessed, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can
That's where
see.
you got that
That's
big,
where you got the. Yeah.
Just Brian Blessed. So, Nathan, you got something to talk about?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been watching a really interesting YouTube channel called Vsauce. I've watched them for years, but I was just listening to this video. I was like trying to go to sleep, and you know when you like put videos on to fall asleep to, but I couldn't fall asleep because it's really interesting. It's called. It was about Juvenoia. I think it's pronounced, which is about kids these days, which is like about the thing that you brought up about teaching, kind of put it into a nice little sandwich of discussion. Because I really hate when people, I would say over the age of 50, talk down to you because you're young. And it's like, oh, you're just a kid. Like, because we're going to do that. We'll definitely do that to our kids.
I already do it.
Yeah, actually, to be fair, I do it about my brother as well, because his mates are like not all of them. Chidi, I really like you, mate, but like the rest of them, and Bradley, Bradley's my brother, but like the rest of them, they're all just dickheads. Do you know what I mean? And the kids these days, isn't it? But I just hate it. Like at work, I get it a lot with brokers, or like people that are like a lot older, and they'll like be like they judge you on like I sound like a 12-year-old child, but they'll always be like, oh, like, how old are you?
You wouldn't believe the amount of emails we have saying, let that 12-year-old child go out of your room. And I'm like, no, not until we've done 100 episodes.
No, but like I do. I had one broker one time, and he was like the worst person I ever spoke to in my life. But he was like screaming. He was like, oh, do you know? He was from Milton Keynes, actually. He was from. I saw the number come up as 01908, and I'm always
beeping this in post edit, by the way.
Oh shit! Yeah,
I'll beep it.
Nah, I guess you could call that. No, actually, no. People
I'll beep it just because you said this company.
Yeah, I'll beep it because of the company. But he said he basically just started shouting at me because we didn't have something in that wasn't even like our fault. It was out of our like ours, the client, like the actual person like doing the transaction, and him. It was out of all of our control. So he was screaming at me, and he was like, "Oh, I bet you, you sound like you could be like my son." And I'm like 22. He was like, "Oh, you don't sound like you're 22. You sound this age." And I was like, "What are you just trying to belittle me for the what are you getting out of this? Like, you know, like what's so bad at home that you're getting like this angry about something that's not out of everyone's control? Do you know what I mean? And it's people like that really get to me. Like people that are like that kind of age, like even like older people as well. Like a lot old, like in their like grandparents and things like that. To like a lot younger people, they always like have a go at the younger generations because they think that they know best. Which, in fairness, they sometimes do, but there's like
all the time.
but not all the time because the times are different. Which is the whole point of juvenoia, which is the fear that you have of a social change because society changes of every generation. Like the kids, like our kids, are going to be so like not mine and your kids because they'll be fine, but like the kids in like 20, 30 years, they're going to have an entirely different life outlook. Do you know what I mean? And especially the way that the world's going, like, you know, it's going to be like insane. Like the whole world's just going to just be so different.
That's why you don't want kids.
I want kids because I just want to bully them.
You're gonna be arrested for abuse.
I've got this thing where like if they like really piss me off, well not piss me off, but you know when they go like, oh dad, I wish you weren't my dad or something like that, or like, oh why can mum just marry someone else? Because I'll be like, you know, like
sad.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Or like if they ever said that to me, what I do is every family photo shoot that we do, or like every family picture, I always take one without me in it. And then when they say that, I'll tell my wife, I'm going away for a couple of days. Change all the photos in the house to the one without me in it. And then when they wake up in the morning, they're like, "Wow, where's Dad?" And they're like, "Dad, who?"
So you want to give your kids daddy issues. You want to abandon them at every opportunity you can. You're fucked. You shouldn't have children.
I just think it'd be funny, wouldn't it? It would just be funny.
No,
it would be scarring.
because it will then be their generation's like their generation will have to pick them up when they're, you know, 19, 20, and they're like, I'm trying to go out of you, but you've got daddy issues, and it's going to be like, yeah, it's because my dad used to do this thing where he took every single picture down where we were all in it together and put one up without him in it because he used to abandon us whenever he didn't like us. That is literally, you're a walking daddy issue.
That was only a joke, but
I don't think it is.
no, it's just so funny to say.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Give it 10 years. To be fair, if you were to have kids, when will you have kids? Like, if you had to pick an age, you had to have kids. You had to go, oh, this is my
So
age.
you're saying
You're
I
like,
had to have children.
By this age, like, I know your standpoint on having children, but if you were to say, I want to have kids, would you like to be an old dad, like a silver fox kind of dad, or would you like to be a bit of a young'un?
I'd like to be probably around like mid-30s probably, or like 31 to 35.
That's a good age.
That's when you found where you're going in the world. Like, I don't know. I have no beef with anyone who wants kids or has already had kids. You've got what you're doing, and that's what you want to do. But for me personally,
a lot of people do better with kids.
Yeah, I can see that. But then also, fucking spending on the old pocket. You know what? For me, it is about,
expensive.
It's not about who you want kids with. It's who you want a fucking dog with. Because
I'd get a dog with you, Cal.
Not you. God's sake.
That was a joke, okay.
There's only been 2 people I've ever met who I've been like, fuck it, I'll have a dog with you. And both fucking left.
Oh my god.
But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Oh my
what
God.
about you, sorry? Who would you who would you have a child with? I meant what age would you have a child?
What? To be fair, if like I was to have a kid now, it would be fine. I wouldn't be financially okay with it, but I would just be like, okay, this is the situation. Do you know what I mean? I think I'd be quite open to that. Not open as in like, oh, if someone was like, oh, let's have a kid now, I'd be like, let's probably wait. But if it was like, do you know what I mean? Like, accident.
Can't push that bun back in when that bun wants to come out of the oven.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, you know, I'm not getting into the whole like political side of things, but it's just more of in like the general sense of like I could be like I'd say like I'd be like a 30, I think would be a good time, but that's only in like.
Looks
7
like
years.
we're going to adopt a kid at 30 then between us, a bro
you said
baby.
you didn't even want a dog with me, and I'm not the guy that you want the dog with. Do you know what I mean? I'm not upset or anything.
You've taken this really personally.
No, I'm not upset or anything. It's just like, yeah.
Is no one replying to our Instagram poll again?
Again,
Oh,
seen by 45 people. One in 45 people. I don't rant about that. That pissed me off.
So, is there anything else you want to add on to this? Well, you know what though? I think with our generation, we're not going to have this. What was it called again? Juvophobia. I thought with our generation, because in our generation, so many things have changed already. Let's just say in the past 10 years, whilst we've been growing up, that we've had to sort of encompass and get on with. And we've lived through like very different times already compared to like a lot of parents who might not have had that. I don't know, because I feel like, for example, when our parents were growing up, like they made like the most fucking radical thing that might have happened to some people, or in their opinion, was the idea of being gay being legal, like, because obviously it didn't used to be, and whereas for us, we've gone through a time when we've grown up knowing that that's fine. And then we've also grown into a time where gay marriage is now a thing, even in places like Northern Ireland, which is heavily like religious. We've got, all
Catholic
kinds.
In Northern Ireland, they're Protestant.
They're Protestant.
Oh yeah, sorry. Gotta get the right islands the right way round.
There's lots of islands.
Many.
And then like even when you think about it, when it comes to like gender issues and like female like rights and all this sort of stuff, like I feel like we've gone through, like, because of the time we're in with like the internet and everything like that, I feel like stuff is fast forwarded a lot. So I think by the time that we were perhaps in that time when we'd be at that stage, I feel like be a bit more woke towards it. Do you know what I mean?
It's kind of weird actually. Like I was just thinking about that, about like how fast forward it has been. It's like our generation's been like one of the first. It's like one of the first ones. So I'd say like anyone from like the ages of like 30. Like maybe like 35 to like our age has like seen like such a weird technological advance so quick, like so rapidly. Like the first computer was made in like the 70s or whatever, but then there wasn't really anything. But like from the 90s where they first like invented like the mobile phone to what we have now when we were kids to what we have now, like we've had such a, like, look at video games as well, like for example, like how far they were pixels, like they could only do like 8-bit video games for like years, and then we've now got literally photographic graphics on
that's
our,
the thing.
on
and
our
also
screens.
I feel with ours that we've also gone through the stage where we've grown up with a lot of the things that weren't so, like for example, my first phone was like a hand-me-down.
Mine was a Siemens.
Yeah. Whereas now a lot of kids' first phones when they're like 8 is an iPhone.
Yeah.
So we've had this period in our lives, like you said, when we've grown, seeing technology change over like a good rate. We haven't seen it, like I said, a kid born now. Like, I see a lot of kids about, and their parents, when they're in like a restaurant or something, was given an iPad. I was like, I might have had a magazine or something to read or a book like when I was a child. Like we still grew up with like appreciating books and stuff. I mean, maybe these kids will, but like again, no, I sound like I'm lecturing the kids.
There you go, yeah.
Oh, it's gone full circle.
This is it. See, this is what I'm bringing to the table. I'm bringing some controversy.
So this is the like different generations. So there's boomers. I don't know if you've heard the recent thing where you basically
okay, boomer.
Yeah, if somebody old is lecturing you instead of just arguing, you just say okay, boomer, and then you just walk away. Now the boomers were originally just after the war to 1954, but then you had the boomers 2, which is our parents' generation.
Yeah, like Generation Jones is what it's called.
Yeah. But basically, our parents are boomers. Your parents are probably boomers.
My parents are definitely boomers. I think they're the pre-war boomers, to be honest. They're that fucking old.
Hello, Mark. Gen X, that's until the mid-70s. Generation Y, echo boomers or eco boomers, or millennials.
No, that says echo, Callum. That does not say eco.
You're right. I've had a long fucking day. Echo boomers or millennials, and that's up until the mid-90s. So we're Gen Z, which is a fun part to be of. But I feel we're also kind of millennials, to be honest with you. But yeah, we're technically a part of Generation Z. which is, exciting, I suppose. And there's currently 23 million of us. While we don't know much about Gen Z yet, we know a lot about the environment they are growing up in. The highly diverse environment will make the grade schools of the next generation the most diverse ever. High levels of technology will make significant inroads in academic, allowing for customized instruction, data mining of students' histories to enable pinpoint diagnostics and remediation or accelerated achievement opportunities.
Nice.
It says Gen Z kids will grow up with highly sophisticated media and computer environments and will be more internet savvy and expert than their Gen Y forerunners. So basically, we're the most advanced form of the human species.
Well, that makes entire loads of sense because it's called evolution.
Oh yes, Nathan. But I was just trying to make an interesting point.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Darwin already told you that.
Yeah, Darwin was Darwin was a real boomer. Though.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't be religious. I'm going to tell you what to think. Oh,
Whoa! Darwin never said that. He never said that.
No, Darwin was a fucking boomer. This is a diss to Darwin.
Never disproved God. He just came up with the real reason for life.
They did not like him though.
Yeah, no, they didn't. It was here's actually something I was going to say was there's been a big controversy with this new game that's coming out. Not Metro.
Metroid?
No.
Do you remember when they revealed them?
Cyberpunk.
Oh.
And because basically they're not gendering you in it, so you don't pick like male or female because the way that world is like evolved is that there's no gender because of bioengineering. So you can literally like a lot of people just don't have like dicks and V's because like they have like robot parts. Do you know what I mean? For them.
Yeah, they're just like a machine.
Yeah. So like, there's been this big thing, and I generally like think that that's where our world will go. Like literally like in like I say like 30, 40 years when like that kind of like biogenetics has become like such like a massive like part of like culture. Like look at how like there was a guy the other day who built he'd lost his arm and he built an entire new arm out of Lego, and it works, and it was like the most amazing thing to see because it was just like he just made it out of Lego and he can pick things up and things like that, and like just how far we've adapted and things.
I think though that before we even think of 30 years time, we need to like, because obviously there's a climate emergency, and they say that by 2030 if we don't like radically change things now, the world is basically going to go beyond repair.
Climate change is a lie.
Yeah.
Wait.
Like,
We're just sitting in a hot tub.
But like, will we even make it that far?
Oh my god!
Do you know what I mean?
I've got to tell you this story. So I'm going to out my friend Jack on this one from work, right? So he's a smart guy, in the sense of like. As smart as you can be, as you can be if you come from Beeston, right?
Oh god!
Right, and he said this the other day. I think I wasn't in the conversation, but my friend, one of my friends pulled me in and said, you need to ask Jack about the climate change thing. And he said, like, what's this whole thing about climate change? Why don't we just put a big freezer in the Arctic and make more ice? Oh my god, it was
there it is.
amazing.
That's the dumbest fucking thing I've heard. Like, it's 2020. That is the dumbest thing I've heard.
Yeah, it was absolutely hilarious.
Since the start of this new year.
No, he's a good egg though, but he's just a cracked egg.
Yeah, he sounds like he's been fucking dropped.
No,
I think,
no, he's not. He's not been dropped.
Right. So, yeah, but with all that stuff, with like technological advancements and stuff. Yeah. So Stephen Hawking wrote
king of technological advancements, really.
Yeah, I suppose. He feared that would create basically like a super race of people that would be literally superior in every way. And I think that will happen as like these things advance, and obviously with a huge amount of money you can buy that basically, which is quite scary. Yeah. And then it might become like a bionic thing. like you were saying, like everyone's just like fucking whipping out robot arms everywhere. They've got like a cheese grater on their arm.
Well, we like I've just had this idea actually, and if anyone wants to, I'm copywriting this right now. But like like if like it comes to a point where you're bred like to be something like laborers, for example, like people that work in like building and things like that, like bricklayers or like scaffolders and things like that, roofers, like they're like genetically designed just for that job, and they got like big like robot arms that have been like cut off from birth just so that they can just lift things. And do you know what I mean? And like people that like run will have robotic legs and shit like that. That'd be insane. Do you know what I mean? Or like people that work on like computers have their eyes taken out and reprogrammed with like things so that they can just literally stare at a screen all day. Do you know what I mean? Like how mad would that be? That's such a weird dystopian kind of like future of like, yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm writing a book about it. That's what I'm gonna do.
The builder from the future.
The builder from the future.
Yeah. Fucking Mike. If you could have one gadget on like a bionic arm,
yeah.
what would you think that you would have that would make your life easier right now? And what would you like to have? Because like I said, cheese grater for me, or maybe like a bottle opener.
I would have
on a finger. I
would have a bionic kneecap, like a just like one leg, but like on the kneecap, it would like open up with a cup holder, and you could just sit your beer on it. Do you know what I mean? Because then you'd have
like a little freezer bit in it as well to keep it cold.
Yeah, and it would just keep it cold. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it'd be nice. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can be at work and you can be like, oh shit, I don't have anywhere to put my coffee, so you whack it in there, keeps it hot. You know what I mean? You could put your beer in it. You could if you got kids and you got like a bunch of arms not free because you're holding your babies but you don't know where to hold the milk, you can put it in your kneecap. And it will just store it there for a little bit while you know what I mean? So you hands free. Do you know what I mean? Like you can, if you've got twins or something like that, do you know what I mean?
Nice. But I'll tell you what, email us or let us know what was your favourite bionic attachment be.
Actually, also email us what your favourite Bionicle was.
Do that. I can't remember my favourite one. I think it was red.
My favourite Bionicle, I really like the bad guys, like the little. I used to have like 5 or 6 of them, and they were like the ones with like the staffs, but they were like they had like a spiky back and they looked like a hedgehog, and I just thought they looked awesome. Like forget all the heroes and all that bollocks, like the ones that you had to make and it were all complicated. I like that. Them ones were sick, mate.
But the heroes had the cool shooter things, like the little balls you could shoot out of them.
Yeah, I guess so. But they had like Grievous bodyguards kind of sticks, and I was like, yeah, that's really cool.
Well, let us know what we're going to do with that. And I think this probably takes us to... Oh, Happy New Year, by the way.
Oh, yeah, Happy New Year. We spoke about... Well, we
had our episode just before New Year's. So I think we'll wish people a Happy New Year. But...
Yeah. Yeah. Should we start wrapping this up then and talk about...
Yeah, what we've been
watching, reading, and listening to.
Yeah.
I've been watching I think it's a lot of superhero shows recently. Titans season 2 dropped, which I haven't finished it yet. Really, really good. I think I got really weird about when it first came out because I was like, because there was a bit where in the trailer Robin was like, "Oh fuck Batman," and I was like, that's such like a Jason Todd thing to do. Don't be Jason. Like, don't put Dick Grayson in Jason Todd's shoes. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I know they hated each other for a bit. But they've done Dick Grayson really well. They've done Jason Todd super well. Like, such a whiny little bitch of a character that's actually interesting, unlike in like the very early kind of comic books. They done like Starfire really good. Did Raven's so good in that. Deathstroke's really good. Better than the one that's in Arrow, actually. And I really liked Deathstroke when he was in Arrow. I was watching The Punisher, which is awesome as well. And then I haven't read anything apart from like just cases at work, like mortgage offers and things like that.
Nice.
Sometimes it's really interesting reads. Actually, sometimes you sometimes read things you're like, wow, I didn't know that was like even a thing that happens in like a mortgage. But anyway, don't bring in work to a podcast. Anyway, but I've been listening to actually a lot of Stormzy recently, like a lot of Stormzy. Because his new album is really, really good. A lot of Ed Sheeran collabs on there, which I really like them. Don't even care. Like, I love Ed Sheeran. I don't even care. I'm saying it. Put it out there. I'm a basic bitch. I won't lie to you. What about you, Cal? What have you been doing?
I have been reading 1984 by George Orwell.
Like 1984, pulling plugs in the sockets.
Yeah, I've been reading that. I got started on it the other day when I was in the train, and it is fucking amazing. Like super horrific, but like also really hard to stop reading about because it's so interesting. Oh,
We've got one. We've got one.
sorry to interrupt. Breaking news. We've got a comment. Who's it from?
Oh, it's from my big man Dan_Watson89. I used to work with Dan. He's like one of my closest. Nathan from Wolverhampton. Dan. So he said.
This is in
I don't know actually. I don't know.
it?
I was about to say it, but I don't know if I can. Was he meaning that in a bad way?
This must be a joke.
Yeah, because it's dad. It's dad. I don't know.
Okay, tell you what, we might mention it next week, Dan. We're gonna have a little think over.
Yeah.
We might talk about that next week actually, because that's an interesting topic. Anyway, yeah, I've been reading 1984 by George Orwell. It's really good. I'd recommend reading it, especially if you like a bit of dystopian dark stuff. I've started rewatching Parks and Recreation because it's a good, like, just easy thing to
I
watch.
never finished that. I never finished that.
I feel like it's like most American.
Yeah. It was very like Office-like, but like was a bit inferior to the American Office. I enjoy the American Office. I like Parks and Rec, but
Ron Swanson is the difference. I feel.
Yeah, he's a better character than I like.
He's better than Dwight.
Yeah.
Which is, I like Dwight a lot.
Yeah. What's he say? He says
Bears beats Bears and Battlestar Galactica.
Beats Bears Battlestar Galactica.
No, I've been watching that. I then went to the cinema the other day and I watched 1917, which is absolutely like, oh god, it's a fucking emotional film. Like, it really got to me at the end. Really sad, but a really, really, really good film. I recommend watching it. It's like been filmed so cleverly. The acting in it is fucking brilliant. It's not too over the top either, but the sets they've made for that. And you might think, oh, it's only trenches and stuff, but they've got to recreate that.
Yeah,
like,
realism, innit?
And like the battlegrounds over no man's land and stuff, where it's basically like just mud, barbed wire, dead corpses, and bullets. Basically, is like, it's so haunting, but it's fucking amazing. The score in it is great as well. The whole film's really good. I might have to go and rewatch it, and I think I probably will. So that's great. Definitely watch that. And then when it comes to music, D-Mob Happy have brought out a really fucking good song, which I listened to the other day. They're like kind of a mix of like, if you can imagine the Beatles got mixed with like Queens of the Stone Age. They're like really kind of like well-written songs, but they've got like a bit of a heavier attitude. I've been listening to Tame Impala because old Kevin Parker's brought out a new song, even though we bitched about him. It's called Lost in Yesterday. It's good. I like the song. Then I've also been listening to Clairo because she is fucking amazing. Her voice is great. And that song, Sophia, is like super fucking emotional. But it's
shown me on the station platform.
It's really... Yeah. Oh, no, that was Courtney Barnett.
Yes.
Classics. And then I've also been listening to
Melancholy Rain.
Div, or Diiv. I don't actually know how they're pronounced, but they brought out an album last year and I've been listening to it. over the past few days, and it's really good, called Deceiver. That's pretty much it out of like anything new I've been listening to. Melody's Echo Chamber as well. If you were going to listen to one thing this week, listen to her album called Bon Voyage, and there's track number 7. It's called Shirim, and it is like just the fucking best song I've heard in such a long time. It's really, really great. So that's what I've been listening to, and I think that's just about us done.
Yeah, I think that's about us done.
I want another glass of wine.
Yeah, what time we had now?
Half an hour. So we're going to go and get ready and stuff. But thank you for listening. Don't forget to email us in, message us.
Like us on Facebook and follow us on the old gram.
Yeah.
Because we need some support.
We need some followers on Instagram.
Because
we don't have a lot.
You know, like we do this. We don't do this regularly, but it's actually a thing that we are really interested in doing. Want to keep it up more, and you know, and we enjoy doing it.
The more support we have, the more we can do it.
Yeah, and it kind of for people like I give a big shout out to some people that I work with who like do listen to this like quite a lot, and it makes me feel like quite happy about that. And big shout out to my team leader Charlotte. She listens to him all the time.
Thanks, Charlotte.
And I do love her very much. And everyone else, and Adam as well listens to him.
Oh, Adam.
Yeah.
Cheers, Adam. Hello.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think it would be nice to get some more kind of shares and things like that, which would be quite nice. This is actually me begging on my knees right now just to get us some shares.
He's on his knees.
I'm on my knees. But yeah, no. Everyone have a good week, and I hope
we'll see you next week. Actually, we're gonna have to record an episode.
We'll have to do an episode this week because I'm away for 2 weeks.
Yeah, Nathan's flying around everywhere, so we're gonna do a topic episode tomorrow, I think, and then we will.
I'm not here tomorrow, but I'll be back in the evening, like later.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
Sweet. Well, we'll do an episode tomorrow on the topic, and we will catch you all
on the Flippity Flip.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Adios, amigos.